Honest Dave here, bringing you another product review. Today I'm going to look at this box hole right here. And thank you, John at Clausen Auto Parts, for bringing this to my attention. This is going to save me a lot of work today. If you've ever had a brake line pop on your vehicle and you want to go to replace it and you look at all the rest of the lines and you think, wow, they all need replacing. I wish I could have a kit already pre-made. Well, here it is. This kit is made by Dorman. I looked up some other ones online for a brake line kit and I couldn't find anything under $300. I didn't check the Dorman site to see what their prices were, but Clausen Auto Parts got me this one for 150 bucks. You're probably wondering how they got all the brake lines into this little box. Now this isn't my first unboxing. I opened it up. I wanted to see what kind of instructions they gave you, and it's not overly detailed, but very easy to follow. Now the special thing about this set is that these are all stainless steel lines. They are just beautiful. So, from what I read on the instructions, it has a little tag there, and that means right rear, the RR. Tangled mess here by the looks of it, but it's not. Now this is the right front, and this is the longest line that there is. So this is how they get it all in one package. You see these two stickers right here? It says bend straight between the tape. So there's that one. And then there's these two. And by the time I get that straightened, that should be one big long piece. There's two like this that come off of the master cylinder, and it doesn't have this doesn't have the coils that you would normally see, but it does have a little bit of flex to it right there. So there's two of these that say MC, which means master cylinder. A lot of stuff in here. So that's the last one. And the box is empty. So I've got all the pieces laid out on my truck. And then of course the instructions right there. And you can see right there, stainless steel. And right here it has a nice little guide to show you which line goes where. It's pretty much self-explanatory, and then it tells you to bend these pieces straight in between those two pieces of tape. So this truck that I'm working on is 04 GMC Sierra, and it's the 2500 HD with a 6.6 Duramax. I popped that line right there. And if you're going to be moving those other lines around there when they're all rusty like that, chances are you're going to end up having another one blow out on you. So that's why this complete kit is a wonderful thing. So I'm going to get this whole assortment put on the truck, and I'll let you know how things are going. I'm not a licensed mechanic, so take my advice at your own discretion. So there's the first line off. That's the right rear, goes over the axle. And I know the fittings are the same. The bends are not quite the same, but this could have been a replacement one. I would probably imagine it would have been already by now. So I'm going to try and fit it up there and see how everything goes. And there's a shot of the back ones. They fit in there like a dream, like they were made to. Oh yeah, they were made to. Okay, so I'm on my last line right now. Looking a little worse for wear. So far everything's going really well. Fitting together really nice. I've got one here that says to bend straight in between the tapes. And I just wanted to show you how easy this was to bend. Get it back straight again. And there we are. Very simple. So this is how the front ones turned out. And there's 4 of them that come together along there. And everything went together very well. Nothing's scrubbing together anywhere. And it all looks good. So this concludes the install on the Dorman full kit. Everything went very well. It took me quite a while. It's not something that just anybody should tackle. So pushing some of these long brake lines into place was rather challenging, especially this one. It had to go between the frame and the tank. And this is a replacement one. You see that it's had a connector in between here. And otherwise you have to push it in through the back, and this loop, this one's a little larger than the one that came with the kit, but anyways, this loop right here is a little bit hard to push through from the back of the tank and a little bit tricky. So if they could maybe put a connection right about here somewhere or here, that would be ideal. That way you wouldn't have to push this loop through the tank, and cut this in half and put a connector in like that. And this one that goes across from the driver's side to the passenger side, this is half of it right here, and it came out in 2 pieces. It's very difficult to push it up through from underneath, and it has to go up in between the frame and the steering box, and it's a little bit challenging to push it through without deforming it in any way. So what I ended up doing was I held some of the lines in place with some twist ties down underneath, just to keep them in their little clips where they belong in. And that was mainly because they were so hard to push through, and I had to rebend them and reshape them once I got them through and back on the truck. So if they could maybe make this in 2 sections, and also the one that goes back in between the tank and the frame, that would make the install a whole lot simpler. So just a thought. Other than that, I'd say this is an excellent kit. Very good value, 150 bucks. And thank you again, John, at Clausen Auto Parts here in the big town of Strasbourgville. If you'd like to see a little more detail of this install, you can see it on my MudRFunR channel, and I'll be doing a video on the brake line install. It won't be a detailed how-to, but give you a little bit of a closer look at how I put all this together. And if you want to see it, there'll be a link right there for you. So if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button on this video if you like the video. Thank you. So there's the odometer on the old girl. 392,000. And I'm going to take it for a little test drive and see how the brakes work. Got them all bled out. They feel pretty good.